Greetings VC community. I hope you're all keeping well. Hasn't it been a while? I think the last time I shot a video was early this year, or was definitely pre-COVID. And here we are. It's such a different world. Today in Victoria, I think everyone's expecting the Premier to announce record, I think we're thinking probably in the 700s, record COVID cases. It's starting to take off in New South Wales, a little bit in Queensland. So authorities are sort of struggling to contain a virus, and here we were, we thought we were doing so well. But anyway, I hope you're well. I'm keeping well, family's good. Haven't been listening to a lot of music early on in the piece. I think like most people, I sort of been just following the news and just being distracted, doing other things. Attempted to start a vegetable garden, which didn't go very well. I think the local wildlife were enjoying that more than we were, so I put that on the back burner. But anyway, it's late July now, and I've started getting back to my normal routine, starting to listen to a bit more music. So without further ado, I'm going to show some records. Okay, as I always like to do is start off with a local release, and keeping with the theme or style of music that I'm sort of really enjoying at the moment. I've got Adelaide Shoegaze outfit, Blush Response, led by multi-instrumentalist Alistair Douglas, bringing us a gloriously fuzzed out debut. I'll just pull it out a little bit. It's a limited release of 150, which I managed to get my hands on. Really enjoying this at the moment. It's really wonderful. What more can I say? I will put up a video just to give you an idea of the kind of sound that these guys are producing at the moment. Check this out. So yeah, that was the wonderful Blush Response. I don't know if you can get this on vinyl anymore. I don't think they put it out on CD, but you can definitely pick up the MP3 track on Bandcamp. I think this is where I got this from. I can't remember now. So yeah, moving on. That's enough of them. We lost another great muso this year. Rupert Hine. English muso, record producer, songwriter. Produced albums for artists like Rush, Tina Turner, Howard Jones, Stevie Nicks. Just an old hand. Been around since the 60s. and did a trio of albums in the 80s, which I'm really interested in sort of listening to. But yeah, it's an artist I remember well back in the 80s in Australia, obviously. Yeah, just remember him charting with the song Misplaced Love. And this is the album. Yeah, great 80s sort of synth pop, dark sweeping melodies, flowing riffs, great production, all that. I might put up a clip of this as well. You'll probably remember it. Wonderful album. Yeah. That was Rupert Hine, who we lost back in June at 72. You'll be surely missed. Rest in peace. Another album that I've intimately come to know during the lockdown is this album. One of rock's greatest could have been bands. What do you reckon? House of Love. An album that looks back to the 60s while veiling their contemporary sounding reverb drenched guitars and trebly production. Wonderful album. In terms of lineage, the album arrived at the tail end of the Smiths, just before the Manchester boom. Yeah, they were hailed there for a while as the next greatest band. This is an original on Creation, which I was lucky to get over the years. Yeah, lovely album. Lovely. If you haven't heard this, definitely do yourself a favour and check it out. Good. Okay, what else have we got? Yeah, during the initial COVID crisis, obviously, one of the main concerns in Victoria, obviously, was local business, and I remember thinking I didn't want my local record store to go down, so I definitely made an effort to purchase music through them as much as possible. However, I tend to buy a lot of older records. I'm not a big I'm not a big buyer of new records. So anyway, I went down and got this Pale Saints, The Comfort of Madness, recent remaster. Oh, look, it was worth the effort. Its 30th anniversary includes previously unreleased demos, so yeah, it definitely piqued my interest. But yeah, what can I say about this record? It's its sound is sort of built around the voice of Ian Masters, who you won't be mistaken in thinking he's a female vocalist. Yeah, they're closest sort of contemporaries around that time in terms of sound that I can think of would probably be Ride. Yeah, a great example of that would be their track You Tear the World in Two, which they covered incidentally back then as well. There's the inner sleeves, really nice work. I do have an original of this album, and I have to say I do prefer the original. Yeah, cut, whatever you want to call it. But it's been a great listen, and incidentally, I will show you this EP that I have as well. That's the Barging Into the Presence of God EP, which came out in '89, and this is an original. There we go. Yeah, it was just on actually this EP alone. Well, it was actually the track Side of You that had Ian Watts scrambling down to one of their gigs to sign him up, and as well as Lush, by the way, who was supporting him at the time. Signed him up, and yeah, producers Gil Norton and John Freya just sort of did a great job sort of bringing them in line with the 4AD aesthetic. Another record I bought just to support my local record store was the Twin Peaks soundtrack that just came out this year. I haven't cracked it open, but it's supposedly a limited edition translucent green vinyl. I probably don't need it, but you know, I don't actually own this album on any format, so you know, why not? I'm a big fan of Twin Peaks, by the way, so it'd be good to listen to this. I will continue on. Other music that I have been listening to is British band Insides. Never heard of these guys before. Managed to pick up this Record Store Day edition. I think it's a 2019 on Beacon Sound. Originally released on 4AD sister label Guernica back in '93, I think it was. I'll just pull the record out just to show you. There we go. This slip also came with it, which is actually a rather really good read, because it's got Simon Reynolds from Melody Maker magazine. So you got the interview on this side, and then he sort of goes on to write a little bit of a spiel about the band and the record. I might actually just read just a segment of this, just to give you an idea if you haven't heard of this band before. Just some context. Those 2 years, 1993, 94, was an incredible, exciting time in British left field music. All kinds of new directions seem to be opening up, with more experimentally minded guitar-centric groups in the independent sector starting to grapple with the possibilities of sampling, sequences, programmed rhythm, and digital audio workstations like Cubase. So that's kind of giving you an idea of just which area this record sort of tends to sort of exist in. Goes on to say, because Simon Reynolds had coined the word post-rock initially back then, and he goes on to sort of try and clarify that because it's such a broad term. Euphoria, as an askew pop record, one that really belongs in the same universe as Dido rather than Mogwai. As with some of their fellow travellers of the time, Disco Inferno would probably be the closest counterpoint. With this shared attachment to song form and legible emotions, their nervous delicacy, Inside's music shimmers and tingles with the tantalising promise of a different direction that UK pop could have gone, future-facing and fresh, rather than the nostalgic regurgitation and stale retrogressions of Britpop that actually ensued. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's different. It's definitely dreamy, but yeah, it's very electronic. You sort of, bands like Aphex Strings come to mind as possible sort of successors of this initial sort of foray into it. And finally, the last album of this session is Bloom. Beach House's fourth full-length album. Never listened to a Beach House record before. I was told to either try this one or Teen Dream. Yeah, what can I say? Wonderful. Slowly unfurling, sultry, narcotic. Victoria Legrand's vocals are definitely something. This is a 2012 issue. Beautiful packaging on it, double album. In black. For those who love coloured vinyl, I think they did a run in white initially. A run in fluorescent white as well, and I think recently there was another run in purple. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, I really enjoyed this record. Yeah, often it's been said that this potentially could have been a record that they could have made better. It's a safe record, I think it's often been described in comparison to Teen. The band strongly advocates that there are some some changes in this record compared to Teen. There's some more focused sort of songwriting and whatnot. But anyway, it's my first experience, and I really enjoyed that, and I'll definitely be looking out for some more records from them. So that's going to be it for me. Thanks for dropping by and hanging out. I hope you're safe. And yes, we're just going to have to be patient with this, and hopefully we can get back to doing what we love. Before I finish up though, I might leave you with a group that I'm fairly excited about. They're a Manchester 5-piece called Julep the Sky. They haven't released any physical media as such, but you can find they've done some beautiful videos on YouTube, official videos. Highly recommend you check them out. I will leave you with one of their tracks, which I forget the name of at the moment, but yeah, definitely check them out. All right, guys, it's bye from me. See ya.